My background's accounting and I'm really cheap, okay?
Okay.
I have driven over 57,000 kilometers in 11 months and I've only spent $40.67 of my own money on energy. Okay, so I'm in drive, directional light on, everything is good. So you notice when you go directly into drive, you do not get the forward cameras. It's only when you're coming out of reverse that you're getting it.
Okay.
Something we didn't cover is driver's seats and passenger seat, both are heated. The steering wheel is heated and the two seats in the back are heated.
Wow.
And those controls are on the doors. So when I'm driving Uber and I go, oh, if you're a little chilly, there's a button there. Oh, wow, is that ever cool?
Yeah.
You know?
Is that a different trim level, or there's only one trim level?
Of the heat and the back?
No, of the Bolt EV?
There's an LT and there's a Premier. This is the Premier. An interesting thing on the Premier is if you can shoot this, I don't know, but the rear view camera is an LED or your standard.
Whoa, do that again? Wow.
And what I think is cool, watch this. It washes your lenses.
Oh!
Do you know how many people I've seen?
My Prius Prime, like it's always getting dirty, and like sometimes like when I'm backing in a parking spot, I have to like stop awkwardly, get out, lick my finger, wipe my lens, remember not to lick the same finger 10 minutes later.
Yes, and that's what I love.
Wow.
That is just so cool.
Oh,
It
the little
has
things.
auto lights, okay? But it also has IntelliBeam, which is auto raise and lower your high beams.
Okay.
It is phenomenally accurate. See the building way up past the second red light?
Yep.
Okay? If it saw a car there, it would lower my beams.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And when a car passes you,
Yep.
it lowers your beams.
Wow.
It's more accurate than I am. Okay? So
The red stitching I like.
for the money, they've done as much as they physically could, is how I look at it, okay? Oh yeah, sure, cut in front of me. Like I say, T.O. driving.
Yeah. This is sport?
No, oh no, we're not even at sport yet.
Okay.
And I'm not putting it into sport. Not downtown Toronto.
Okay.
So I'm turning here and kind of.
All right.
Okay.
I love the dash materials though. Like in the i3, if you use Armor All, I'm afraid of what would happen.
Yeah.
Like this is just, it's simple, but it looks great.
Do you want to show the regen?
Yeah.
So here the battery is coming out of the battery into it. When I take my foot off, you'll see the power going back into the batteries.
Yep. And are you in L mode right now?
I'm in L mode.
Okay,
right
yeah,
now.
I can see it on the other screen.
Now it does that in D also. The difference the main difference in D is it's less regenerative.
Okay.
And when you're at a stoplight, it creeps.
Yep.
Where the L holds you still.
Okay.
You will not move.
Okay.
Okay? And way more regenerative. Because people have been asking me questions. They say, well, how much different? So I kind of live on a quasi hill.
Yep.
And I forgot to put in my L. I drive 95% of the time in L.
Okay.
And going down the hill, I could see the regen was at 16. And I went, oh, and I slapped it back and it jumped to 33.
Okay.
So way more regenerative.
Yeah.
And if your movement can give you power and save you money on hydro, why not?
Yeah. And I was hearing earlier that the electric rates in Ontario are like quite a bit more than Quebec.
But
like
my background's accounting and I'm really cheap. Okay? I have driven over 57,000 kilometers in 11 months and I've only spent $40.67 of my own money on energy. Tons of free stuff in Ontario, and that $40 I spent in the US because they don't have any free. Now every Bolt dealer has a charger, and every Bolt dealer is gracious to let you use them. Some of them 30% are
Okay.
24/7. You
Okay.
can pull in at 2 o'clock in the morning. Harrison, Pennsylvania. I was coming back out of the lower part of New
Yep.
York City. Pulled in at 2 o'clock in the morning, nodded out for an hour and a half, unplugged, and
Yep.
continued going.
Is there a fast charger option?
Yeah, us lucky Canucks get the fast charger option included,
Okay.
where unfortunately Americans have to pay
Okay.
$750 US for it.
Okay. And how long does that take to charge a battery?
If I go to the Toronto airport, which has 10 high-speed chargers that are free, okay, and I'm at 20%, I can be to 80% in about 55 to 65 minutes.
Okay. And you have to pay for that, or taxpayers pay for that?
The airport pays for it.
Oh, wow. Nice.
You have IKEA in the U.S. We're
Yep.
very fortunate. Our Ontario government kicked in $20 billion to help set this up. IKEA, all the IKEAs in Ontario have both level 2 and level 3 chargers free. Now, the Ontario government did write them a check for $916,000, but they also wrote a check for $1.2 million to do the whole infrastructure.
Okay.
So it was a joint thing. But like I say, you go to IKEA, Hamilton, there's about 3 or 4 in TO, but only Ontario, and they're free of charge.
Nice.
And they, like I say, they have a level 3 high speed and a level 2s. They have 2 of each.
So $40.67.
Guarantee.
To go.
My background's accounting, okay? And I'm real cheap.
Wow. And that's Canadian.
No, that's Canadian. I
Wow.
did convert it when I got back. You're right, it is.
Wow, that's incredible. So there's plenty of good things about this car. What are some things that you wish can be improved?
The windshield wiper blades go into a trough. If you're in the snow, which we are,
Okay.
has a tendency to freeze up there.
Okay.
One of the really strange things, because you've got to remember, there's no engine heat. Warm.
Yep.
I was driving in kind of a blizzardy weather, and I'm turning my wheel, and I hear, and I'm going, what's that? What happens is, because you've got no engine heat, your wheel wells will freeze up, and your tires are actually riding on the ice.
Okay.
I have been told that if you spray it with ski wax when it's dry, it will avoid that problem. That's the only negatives ever. Now understand, in the first 2 years, all they recommend is tire rotation and windshield wiper blades.
Okay.
So there's no brakes, no oil, no, you know. I have spent zero on any of that stuff.
That's incredible.
And we're fortunate where I buy Barry Cullen in Guelph, their level 3 chargers 24/7. If they're open, come on in and have a coffee. If they're closed, I pull up my laptop and I do my business or not out. And there's a lot of that in the US, but you have to check with them, whether the dealer, they all have to have a level 3 charger. It's part of being a Bolt salesman or a dealer, okay? But some of them have them inside, some of them have them outside, but they're behind their gates.
Okay.
So you have to find out if they're a 24/7
Yeah.
or if they're only there when they're open hours.
Okay.
And that's like, you have to do a little bit of homework, okay? But I've been to New York City and back twice.
Okay.
The first one was a disaster. I phoned down to the Bolt dealers. Unfortunately, didn't talk to the right people. I get to Syracuse.
So anyways, you go to Syracuse.
I got to Syracuse, New York, and I had phoned down, and
Yeah.
they said it was, and I asked the service manager, I said, so you're level 3, where is it? He said, oh, you mean that thing in the box over there? Okay. So I used the level 2 they had for enough to get to Albany, New York.
Yep.
And that service manager says, you mean that thing in the box over there? So one of the staff said, this is where it's going. It's going to be 24/7, and that's Albany, New York. So, okay. And he says, I think you should go down to the pay charger down the road here. It's a level 3. I filled up. That's where I spent the money.
Okay.
And I rushed back to Ontario.
And how much did that cost you?
About $20-some US, if I recall.
Wow. So that was a big percentage of your yearly expenses.
And you got to remember, that's US. So by the time I flipped it.
Wow.
So anyway, I love it.
Okay. Well,
I
this
have
is
the
great.
second one on order. You Americans are luckier than we are because we have a waiting list.
Okay. Well, you said that you had the third one in Canada and the first one in Ontario.
First one in Waterloo region.
Okay.
Okay.
What about the what's coming up on September 16th?
Oh, September the 16th, we are going to have a mega. If anybody knows about National Electric Drive Week, you have it's 277 events around the world. Last year, 283,000 people came to EV events. Phenomenal events. We have about 8 of them in Canada. Our club, which is Waterloo Region Electric Vehicle Association, was the largest in Canada. We had 450 people show up. We're back there on the 15th, but I am planning a mega one, and I've approved for the Toronto airport. I am expecting to get 4,000 to 5,000 people, and I'm going to be doing a feature where I want people, and I can get it, I want at least 100 plus Tesla X's to do the Easter egg simultaneously so that we can get it in the Guinness Book of Records.
So you said there was a petition, you needed a couple more signatures?
Only the top 2 people at the airport are the last 2 to sign off on the idea. They love the idea.
Okay.
It's just because it's federal land,
yep,
we've got a lot of I's and T's to cross. So.
Okay. So if you're a viewer and you want to attend this, it's the Toronto Airport, September the 15th or 16th? 16th.
And by then, I'll have my website up, which is Green Events NA for North America.com.
Okay.
So.
All right, Larry. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.